Okay, I've got 4 green lights. You should be getting it now. Both sides of the MUX is powered up. Copy.
Hello, my name is Gary Chu, and welcome to my business, ISU. Since the beginning of time, people have wanted to travel around the world. From riding horse wagons to riding elephants, innovations have allowed for safer and faster travel. To get from Toronto to New York City, it would have taken 6 days to get there on foot. Even on horseback, the journey would have taken 2.5 days. There was no way anyone could travel around the country until a man created the ultimate invention: the automobile. Dating all the way back to 1769, the grandfather of the automobile came to life. Nicholas Joseph Cunnott, a military engineer, demonstrates the world's first self-propelled steam engine vehicle. It was designed to transport cannons and had a top speed of 2.5 miles per hour. Nicholas Cunnott's steam-powered vehicle has gone down in history as the first car in the world. While the steam vehicle was new and revolutionary, it needed many innovations. The vehicle was reported to be very unstable due to poor weight distribution. The boiler performance was also poor, with the fire needing to be relit and the steam had to be raised every 15 minutes. This reduced its overall speed even more. In 1801, Richard Trevithick relocated the boiler and added a new carriage. It was the first road carriage with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour. Inventors all over the world raced to create the first gas-powered engine. Isaac de Rivas invented an internal combustion engine that used a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen for fuel. However, his vehicle had a very poor design and needed to be innovated. In 1862, John Lenoir invents the first engine to use gasoline. The engine was not used in any vehicle until German engineer Carl Benz makes the world's first gas-powered vehicle, the motor wagon. Made in 1885, it had 3 wheels, 1 cylinder, and a handle instead of a steering wheel. The motor wagon is also the world's first commercial automobile and is often considered the first car. While it was a huge step in engineering, no one believed it would work until Carl Benz's wife drove the motor wagon over 100 kilometers. In 1903, Henry Ford becomes founder of the Ford Motor Company. He creates the first modern assembly lines to mass-produce cars. In 1908, the introduction of his Ford Model T automobile revolutionized the transportation industry. It is generally regarded as the first affordable automobile because of the automated assembly lines rather than human labor. It introduced features such as headlights, a horn, pedal controls, and much more. As the sole owner of the Ford Company, Henry Ford becomes one of the richest people in the world. The increased popularity of cars sparked many racing events. In 1903, the first Grand Prix is organized, and in 1910, cars began to be made for racing purposes. Race cars featured sleek, aerodynamic designs and powerful engines. In 1920, the first luxury automobiles were made. These cars were luxurious and were intended for the comfort and satisfaction of its owner and driver. The main buyers were wealthy citizens, including film stars, movie stars, and more. In 1940, the first stretch limos were made and were used to transport the famous and wealthy. Also in 1940, the first Jeeps were built. During World War II, the military saw the importance of a fast, lightweight, all-terrain vehicle. Throughout the 1950s, engine power and vehicle speeds rose. Designs became more integrated and artful, and cars have spread around the world. Today, all forms of automobiles are available, from SUVs to Ferraris, from race cars to motorcycles. The automobile has revolutionized the world and will continue to do so for a very long time. As car companies and manufacturers strive for fuel-efficient and environmentally friendly cars, the automobile is still being innovated. New features such as sliding doors, integrated GPS, push-to-start, and more are constantly innovating cars around the world. The automobile started off as a slow, steam-powered wagon. With unstable performance and inconvenience, innovations to the automobile were needed. As more engineers raced to create gas-powered engines, the automobile became faster and faster. The The motor wagon revolutionized the world. The Ford Model T raced into the scene, and the whole world had cars. Cars are widely seen as gas eaters and are often held responsible for climate change. As technology progresses, the automobile will continue to reinvent itself. Until a simpler, cheaper way to travel is found, the automobile will leave all other competitors in the dust.